Are we live? All right. Give me a second to set this up. All right. Shalom. Yah Bashim Yah Sharakatha to the brothers. Yah Shalom. Yah Shamo Atham Bashim Yah Shah to the sisters. This is Officer 50 Paratiza out of Yonkers, New York. This is on 1 West. This is UPK 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Johanna. And since 1969, we've been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible. Today is the Tuesday. This is the Brotherhood class. Give it up for the Lord. So every Tuesday, ISUPK is teaching our Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have to teach our brothers brotherhood and sisterhood, because brotherhood is synonymous with sisterhood. Also motherhood, fatherhood, unclehood, so on and so forth. And since we've been captive in this, in this oppressor have been oppressing us and having his foot on our backs, we don't know how to be a brother or a sister or a mother or father to one another. And when I say to one another, I'm only talking about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. With this, we are the chosen people of this Bible. We are the Israelites of this Bible. This Bible is not written to everybody. It only been written to the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And we've been following behind this oppressor. The only thing, we've been learning nothing but warfare from this oppressor, because our oppressor is all about war. That's all they know is war. That's all they talk about. They are warlike people. They conquer and destroy. They separate people and they just conquer nations. This is what our oppressors do. And we learning from it. We learning from these people. We learning from people that put us in slavery. Now, how can we learn from people? How can we have a moral compass by, by a nation will put another nation of people in slavery and destroy those people? How can we learn, how can we learn brotherhood? How can we learn sister? How can we learn anything from these people? Bobby Shaw, I'm gonna pull my first scripture. It's gonna be Amos chapter 3, verse 1. So I'm gonna let you know that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, which are the chosen people of this Bible. This Bible is only written to a certain nation of people. And Bobby Shaw, if you have it, can you read it, please?
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
O children of what?
Israel.
Read on.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Now this is, this is Amos. So this is letting you know, the Most High God is only speaking to one nation of people. Only one nation of people that came out of Israel. That came out of Salaki, that came out of Egypt. It was the nation of Israel. The reason why we came out, because we was captive. The same way that we was captive in the United States, in the Caribbean, so on and so forth, in this Western world. We captive. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is captive. It's captive here. Read on. Verse 2.
Verse 2. You only have I known.
You what?
You only have I known.
You what? Say that again.
You only have I known.
No, that got to be wrong.
You only have I known.
Read on.
Of all the families of the earth.
Of all the what?
All the families of the earth.
So the Most High God said to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that you only have I known. Only means, number one. I don't know anybody else but you. That's what it's saying. For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is the Most High God of this Bible saying you only have I known. Read on.
Of all the families of the earth.
Of what?
all the families of the earth.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. I don't know anybody else on this planet. I don't know anybody else on this planet except for the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the Israelites, which are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We only, you know what I'm saying? The Most High God only know the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
Therefore,
what?
I will punish you.
I will what?
Punish you.
You know what I'm saying? Captivity.
I will punish you.
Drugs.
Punish you.
Guns.
Punish you.
Property.
Punish you.
Our oppressive boot heels is on our backs.
Punish you.
Going to a slavery, you know what I'm saying? Going to a job that only, you know what I'm saying, that pays nothing but one work all day.
Punish you.
Read on.
For all your iniquities.
For what?
All your iniquities.
You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime.
All your iniquities.
Selling each other drugs.
All your iniquities.
You know what I'm saying? Downgrading our brothers and sisters.
All your iniquities.
Treating our sisters like whores.
All your iniquities.
Treating our brothers like they're nothing.
All your iniquities.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the chosen people of this Bible because we fit the image. We fit the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are being punished because we are breaking God's laws, which are the Lord's statutes and commandments. We are these people. There's nobody else fit this image. There's nobody else. We're being punished. We're being punished. You go outside, you know what I'm saying? You go outside in Yonkers. You look all over, you know what I'm saying? You look around, you're on Slow Bombs, you're on School Street, you know what I'm saying? You're on Woodworth, you know what I'm saying? You're on Lawrence, Saratoga, you know what I'm saying? South Broadway. And you look around, you're on Elliott, you look around and you see you know what I'm saying? You see God's punishment. You see black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? You see drugs, you see guns. You see brothers beating up brothers who just walking into the corner store and jumping them. The hatred of a brother, because we don't know brotherhood, because we are following behind this nation, because we don't want to follow God's laws, which are the Lord's statutes and commandments, because we don't want to be a brother. We don't want to be a brother on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because we also learn it from this Christian church. We also, you know what I'm saying? We also learn it from this Christian church, and we're not loving God. You know what I'm saying? We don't love God because we don't know what love is. We following behind our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, and looking at him as he know what love is. He already know death and destruction. He only know death and destruction in vanity, which is nothing. Perverted love. Love just saying with your mouth. That's what it is. Love just saying with your mouth. But right now, you know, we're gonna get into my subject. So you already know this is part 9 of Joseph, because we're talking about our forefather Joseph. What are the you know what I'm saying? Also is the forefather of the Puerto Ricans and of the Cubans. You know what I'm saying? Of the Puerto Ricans and the Cuban. And this is when Joseph is in captivity. Joseph is in captivity because his brothers is not showing brotherhood. Because his brothers did not show brotherhood, and his brothers sold him into captivity because they was jealous. You know what I mean? Because they was jealous. Because they don't know how to talk to their brother. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to squash the beef. You know what I'm saying? Any brother that have a beef or have an issue with another brother, go to isupk.com, call the number that's close to your location, and the men, you know what I'm saying, the priest and prophet of the Lord will teach you how to squash that beef. You know what I mean? Right now, you got Will Smith and Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? On the world stage, on the planet stage. And they showing, you know what I'm saying, the lack of brotherhood. They showing the lack of brotherhood of each other because they have not been taught. You know what I mean? And then right now, Will Smith need to call the ISUBK need to go to ishubk.com, and Will Smith need to call that number. You know what I'm saying? Call the brothers. That's in, what do you live in? Where do you live in? LA?
Right.
You need to call the brothers in LA.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to get counsel from the brothers in LA. Also, Chris Rock know about us. He lived in Brooklyn. Chris Rock know about us. You know what I mean? He probably say, "Oh, look at those funny brothers." But those funny brothers can piece up the differences between you and your brother, you and Will Smith. We would piece it up with you. We would teach you brotherhood. You know, if Will Smith and Chris Rock was in the ISUPK, that issue would never happen at all. At all. You know what I mean? At all. That won't be a gift because you know what I'm saying? That would just, because we would teach them brotherhood. They would have discipline and not you know what I'm saying, not follow. First of all, he won't follow behind some woman. You know what I mean? Won't follow, because that woman would definitely, he would have checked it a long time ago. That would never happen. You know? The things that woman, you know what I'm saying, did in his life, and you know what I'm saying, destroyed the brother. Now he's giving up and slapping other brothers for what? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now Chris Rock got to have an issue with it, but he's going to be, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be thinking about this for a minute. But those two brothers need to go to ishubk.com, call the number that's close to you, and iron out these differences with the priests and prophets of the Lords of the ISUBK. We iron that out, because that's the reason why we're here. We would teach Will Smith brotherhood. We would teach Chris Rock brotherhood. We would even, you know what I'm saying, even though, you know, she's going off, we would teach Jada Pinkett Smith how to be a wife and a sister, because she don't know how. She's just following behind our oppressor.
Right.
Follow behind her oppressor. That's all she sees. That's all she sees. They need to come into the ISUBK. They need to be taught again. Brother Chef, if you have that that scripture. What is that? I said Genesis. Oh, matter of fact, I'm Salakia, sir. Genesis chapter 39, verse 7. We're going to start there. Now Joseph is in captivity. Joseph is in captivity. Joseph is in captivity, but the Lord is with him. The Lord is with Joseph. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on, but the Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Most High God is with Joseph. And everything that Joseph touched is flourishing. It's flourishing. No sweat. No sweat. Read on, sir.
The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 7.
Oh.
And it came to pass.
And this happened, read on.
After these things, that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
His master wife did what?
Cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Read on.
And she said, lie with me.
Read on. So lie with me means she wanted to have sex with Joseph. She cast her eyes upon Joseph. Joseph in captivity. And you have this heathen woman looking at Joseph. And she want Joseph to have sex with her. Read on.
She was tear fire.
She want Joseph to tear that, you know what I'm saying? That Hebrew fire. That Hebrew fire. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I mean? Because Joseph is the forefather of the Puerto Ricans and Cubans. You know what I mean? Of course you want to do it. You know what I mean? The game to be sold and not told. Read on, sir.
Verse 8. But he refused.
But he what?
But he refused.
Go on.
And said unto his master's wife.
So he refused. He told her lie, and he refused to tell. He refused to tell. Read on.
Behold, my master rotteth not what is with me in the house.
Go on.
And he hath committed all that he hath to my hand.
So his master committed everything to Joseph's hand, because Joseph is being, you know what I'm saying, is being covered by the Most High. In captivity. In captivity. Read on.
Verse 9.
So he's saying la to this woman. And he's talking to her. He's telling her, behold that I have everything. Read on.
There is none greater in this house than I.
There's nothing greater in this house but I. Read on.
Neither hath he kept back anything from me.
His master, you know what I'm saying? His master, his slave master, didn't keep anything back from Joseph because the Most High God is with Joseph. It's with him. You know what I'm saying? His slave master saw that. And everything Joseph tells flourish. Not
Right.
only in the house, outside the house too, whatever the master owns. Read on.
Right. But thee.
But what?
But thee.
But you. He could touch everything in the house but you.
Right.
But the wife. Go on.
Because thou art his wife.
Because what?
Thou art his wife.
Because this is his wife and she's throwing that tail on him. She's throwing that tail towards Joseph. Throwing it. And he's telling her no. Read on.
How then can I do this great wickedness?
How then he can do what?
This great wickedness.
Sleeping with your brother's wife is what?
Great wickedness.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you know what I'm saying? Just because a woman that's married and she want to throw the tail on you is what?
Great wickedness.
So it's so now you know what I'm saying? Now the brother's wife, you know what I'm saying? The brother, you're going to downgrade the brother, and that's what?
Great wickedness.
Read on.
And sin against God.
How do you? It's a great wickedness by sleeping with another man's wife, by sleeping with your brother's wife. This is a heathen woman.
Right.
And he's not even sleeping with, he don't, you know what I'm saying? And his slave master, this is his slave master's wife. Slave master wife. She's looking at Joseph. Joseph is smooth, suave. You know what I'm saying? Everything he touched turns to gold, literally.
That's right.
Literally. Everything he touched turns to gold because, wait, it's Lucky, sir. So this is Lucky, sir. If I may, can you please hold that? Go to Joshua 1:9. Go to Joshua 1:9. Because the Most High, just remember, Joseph is in captivity. Now, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are in captivity. Can you read that,
the
please?
book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9.
Go on.
Have not I commanded thee?
Have not commanded thee. Go on.
Be strong.
Be strong.
And of good courage.
So Joseph is strong and in good courage because you know what I'm saying, because he believes into the Most High with all thy strength and all thy heart. Go on.
Be not afraid.
Be what?
Not afraid.
Joseph's not afraid because the Most High is with him. Read on.
Neither be thou dismayed.
Go on.
For the Most High thy power is with thee.
The Most High is what?
The Most High thy power is with thee.
Even though Joseph is in captivity, the Most High what?
Is with thee.
Go on.
Whithersoever thou goest.
So wait, hold. Joseph's in captivity, and it says what? Where?
For the Most High thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
So if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and you show brotherhood and sisterhood, it doesn't matter where you go, the Most High is with you. Like Joseph. Joseph's in captivity. He's in the house of his slave master. But the Most High God is with him. And he's saying not only the Most High God is with him, he's following laws. And he's saying this is a wickedness if he slept with this woman. A wickedness if he slept with this woman. So that means, you know what I'm saying? That means he know the laws of adultery.
Right.
He know these laws. He know these laws. Read on. Go back to the Genesis 39. 99. There's 39 verse 9.
The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
There is none greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife.
Go on.
How then can I do this great wickedness?
This great what?
Wickedness
This great wickedness. This great
and sin against God.
and sin against what?
Against God.
How can he do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High God? And sin against his most High God. That's he can't do that. Read on.
Verse 10. And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day.
What?
Salakia. And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day
Read on.
that he hearkened not unto her.
He hearkened not to her. So day by day, she's saying these sweet things to Joseph. Day by day, it's a long day. It's a long day. The day is long. When every day that this woman want to have an entanglement.
Salakia.
An entanglement with our brother Joseph, which is the forefather of the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans. And he, Joseph, have integrity.
That's right.
Joseph have integrity. And he don't want to sleep with this woman at all. He don't want to sleep with this woman at all. Matter of fact, I'm going read on, sir.
To lie with her.
To what?
Let me start it from the top.
Come on.
Genesis chapter 39, verse 10. And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her.
To lie by her. So, brothers and sisters, that's in Yonkers, all over, all over Yonkers, north to south, south to west. Just because a woman come up to you, you know what I'm saying? Just because a woman come up to you and you see, you know what I'm saying? And you know that woman is married. You know that woman have a boyfriend because, that's boyfriend. I don't know what that is. Something in the world. But have a boyfriend. And, you know what I'm saying? The man is kind of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? The man, and she see your swagger. And she's digging you. So just because she's digging you and she's looking at you, that don't mean that's a green light to sleep with that woman at all. That's showing that you're weak. You're weak. All these, you know what I'm saying? All these sisters out here, you have to grab somebody, you know what I'm saying? A married sister. You have to grab a married sister. That's being weak. That's definitely that, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely being weak right there. Can you hold that, sir, and go to the Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10? Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. So just because a woman come on to you, that give you a green light to sleep with her, and you know that she's married, or ask it, or if you don't know, you ask her. But you're so weak and you're so caught up in, you know what I'm saying? We're so weak and we so caught up in our lust. We willing to do anything for the poon. Salakia. Anything to have sex, anything to satisfy our flesh. To satisfy our flesh. But Joseph got integrity. Joseph got integrity, and this is going on. This is going on all day. Now remember, Joseph's in captivity. Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Joseph's in captivity. Any day she could say anything. You know what I mean? She could say anything. She could say anything. And that's it. No more Joseph. But Baba Shah, if you have it, can you read that, please? Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10.
The book of Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery.
And the man that what?
Committeth adultery.
If a man sleep with another man's wife, read on.
With another man's wife.
Go on.
Even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife.
With his what?
With his neighbor's wife.
Black and suspended and Native Indians is the only neighbors that we have. Read on.
The adulterer.
Go on.
and the adulteress
Go on.
shall surely be put to death.
So surely what?
Be put to death.
You know what I'm saying? A brother sleeping with another brother's wife is what?
Shall be put to death.
So how many brothers and sisters that's in Yonkers, that's all over? How many brothers that got killed over some woman? Over some woman. I know the people in Slow Bombs know. I know the people in School Street know. I know that, you know what I'm saying? I know the people, you know, on, you know what I'm saying, that's in Whitney Young know. We all know that those brothers. We all know that those brothers that got killed over some woman because that woman want to sleep around. That's, you know what I'm saying? That our sister want to sleep around. And the brother got jealous and end up killing that brother. But meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, if you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, and if you love God and not just your, you know what I'm saying, not just being, you know what I'm saying, selfish, not just being selfish, and you would think about your brothers, you would think about your sister, you know what I mean? You won't be tempted. You won't be tempted to do something like this. Now, Joseph is in captivity. Joseph literally in captivity. The whip is on Joseph's back. Any second, the whip is on his back, or he's on the chopping block. And he's saying no, because he don't want to be a wicked bastard
Right.
towards the Most High God, because he know the Most High God is with him. He know it. And he's not being attempted. Matter of fact, let me get Salakia, sir. Let me get James chapter 1, verse 12. Get James chapter 1, verse 12. Because, you know, if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, if we show brotherhood, we show sisterhood, if we show motherhood and fatherhood, this is what we have to show. You have to come back to the Most High God. But the Christian church, the Catholic church, is saying that the laws is done away with. The law is not done away with. I guess brotherhood and sisterhood is done away with. Because the only way that you can learn sisterhood and brotherhood is by following the law, statute, commandments that's in this Bible that was given to the, you know what I'm saying, the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the blacks, Latinos, and first world nation. Barbara Shah, if you have that scripture, can you read it?
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 12.
Go on.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Wait. Blessed is the what?
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Blacks.
Blessed is the man.
Hispanics.
Blessed is the man.
First Nation people.
Blessed is the man.
Read on.
That endureth temptation.
That endureth temptation. Joseph is getting tempted every day. Every day. Read on.
For when he is tried.
So Joseph is what?
Tried.
Blacks is spending in his what?
Tried.
Read on.
He shall receive the crown of life.
The what?
The crown of life.
The crown of life. Read on.
Which the Most High hath promised.
With the what?
Which the Most High hath promised.
And we all know the Most High don't break his promises.
Right.
Read on.
To them that love him.
To what?
To them that love him.
To the what? To what? Say that again. To the ones?
To them that love him.
Now, to the ones that love him. Now, hold that and go to Salakia, sir. Go to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Because everybody talks about love and they just say that they love the Most High. Everybody said that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even the people who don't believe in the Most High, you know what I mean? They say love. But what exactly is the definition of love? Because in their eyes, they think it's some R&B song, some lovey-dovey and hugging. You know what I'm saying? But according to the Bible, according to 1 John chapter 1, verse 3 is, can you read that, Bob Shah, if you have it?
The book of 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
So this is the love of God. So if you say that you love God, or you love your brother, or you love your sister, or you love your mother or your father, read on.
That we keep his commandments.
That we what?
Keep his commandments.
So this is the love of God. If blacks and Hispanics would do what?
Keep his commandments.
Go on.
And his commandments are not grievous.
His commandment is not hard to do. So in James chapter 1, verse 12, blessed is the man that endured temptation. For when he is tried, so when he is tried, like Joseph, this woman's coming on to him every day, like the sister that live on top of a brother, and you know that sister is married to your man's that live, you know what I'm saying, that live in the same building. So you're being tried, and she's coming downstairs and saying sweet things to you. Saying sweet things to you. So for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life that the Most High have promised to them that love him. Now it says over here, for this is the love of God. And in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, for this is the love of God. That we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It's not hard to do. That's what love is. That's what brotherhood is. That's what sisterhood is. Not bring, you know what I'm saying? Not turning yourself to a filthy, you know what I'm saying? Not turning us to a filthy adulterer and sleeping with another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? Not having a sister that's married and going out to do adultery to sleep with somebody. Not becoming a whore. Not becoming a whore. Not getting into this entanglement that, you know what I'm saying, our oppressors like to use. We don't get down like that. We don't do that. And Joseph is showing integrity that he's not becoming a filthy adulterer. He's not doing that. And this woman is coming on to him. Because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's what brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, and sisters think that that's a green light just because a married woman is coming to, you know what I'm saying, that's coming on to another brother that's not her husband. It's a green light to sleep with her. And there's no judgment. You know what I mean? There's songs written about adultery. And it's cool to be an adulterer. But the person that's doing the adultery do not want nobody to sleep with his wife. You know what I mean? If Joe, you know what I'm saying, Joe, the R&B singer Joe, if he's married, he don't want nobody to sleep with his wife. He don't want anybody to sleep with, but he want to make songs sleeping with other people's wives. Where the brotherhood out of that, Joe? Because you've been following behind this oppressor. Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian been following behind this oppressor. Because we lack brotherhood. We lack the love of God and following his commandments. And his commandments not grievous. That's love. Love is an action word. It's right. Not no huggy-dubby. You know what I'm saying? Shaking and gyrating. That's what the Christian church has taught you. The Catholic mods, you know what I'm saying? Scientologists, this is what they teach you. That's what love is. Some huggy. No. Love is following, you know what I'm saying? Love is not disrespecting your brother at all. Not disrespecting your sister at all. Even you know him or you don't know him. But if he's a black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you do not disrespect him because you love that brother. You love that sister. And on top of that, you love the Most High God. Nobody, you know what I mean? If you're saying that you don't love the Most High God, you want somebody to sleep with your wife. It's okay. Because you don't have no rules to, you know what I'm saying, to commit, to hold you down, to make sure you don't do these sins. These sins. And we're gonna go back to Genesis chapter 39, verse 10. Sorry if you have it. We have to blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we have to come together. We have to come together and show love to each other, show brotherhood, show sisterhood. Because we've been, you know what I'm saying, we've been following behind our oppressors that's beating us down and trying to divide us every day. Every day. He's finding ways to divide us, our families, so on and so forth. And we need to come back, and we need to come back to this, you know what I'm saying? We come back to these law, statutes, and commandments and understand this, because we walking around with our oppressors' names on our backs still. And you don't think you're oppressed? We are God's chosen people. If you have that, Bobby Shaw, can you read it?
The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 10.
All
And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her
right.
to lie by her or to be with her.
So that he hearkened not unto her or lie. You know, hearken means to listen. He's not even listening to her.
God.
He's not even listening to her. That's what he's doing. He's not even doing that. To lie by her. You know what I mean? This is what she wants. She wants this. Read on.
It's like no new friends.
It's a lie. He's not even listening to her. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the blacks are spending the night in. Don't even listen to a married woman. Don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you should do is go to that man and let that man know that his wife is, you know what I'm saying, that his wife is doing this. The reason why you coming to that brother, because you love that brother.
That's right.
And you want to fix this situation. But I already know. I already know it's hard, and there's no place you could go. Because you've been going to the Christian church, the Catholic church, the Muslim mosque, Scientology, all that type of filth. But go to isubk.com and find a number that's close to you, and we will get your household into order. We would teach you how, you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's brothers and sisters out there. I know there's brothers and sisters out there want to do right. But they don't know how to put, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to organize and structure it. And that's when you know what I'm saying? And that's when you come in, and that's when you come into the ISUBK. That's when you go to the ISUBK.com. You know what I mean? And call that number, and that brother on the other end of that phone will get you right and tight. Because how long, Israel, that we have to go through this? How long? We don't.
The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 11. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there with him.
There was nobody in the house. So Joseph just went there to, you know what I'm saying, to do his slave duties. Because that's what Joseph is. He's a damn slave. That's who we are, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. We go to work and we're slaving just to do our duties. And we have, you know what I'm saying, we have to hear these, you know what I'm saying, hear these things from our slave masters. You know? And now we're going to suffer sin upon our slave master, because, you know, our slave master try to say certain things to it, and we don't know how not to be emotional. No, not to be emotional. Like Joseph. Joseph just going to his slavery and just do his slavery business. That's what Joseph's doing. And he knows there's something there. Now something is wrong. There's nobody in the house. Where are the guards at? There's no guards in the house. There's nobody in the house. Read on.
Verse 12. And she caught him by his garment.
And she what?
She caught him by his garment.
Read on.
Saying, lie with me.
Say what?
Lie with me.
So she hemmed Joseph by this garment right here. It's locked here. This garment. You know what I mean? So she grabbing his garment. She grabbing him and she pulling him close. How many brothers, you know what I'm saying? How many brothers got that happen to? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know it happened to me. It's locked. You know? But you know what I'm saying? Now she's up on Joseph. Up on him. She's on him. She done set it up. She planned this because there's nobody in the house but them two. And Joseph don't know what's going on, you know? You know what I'm saying? He followed the Most High God. He done told her that he's not going to sin against his father.
Right.
He told her this straight up. Guess what that done? I just turned her on more. I turned this heathen on more. The denial. You know what I mean? How can I sin? How can I do this wicked act? He called it a wicked act. And sin against God. He told her that. You know what she said? Doesn't matter what you say. I want you. And she planned on this. Now she got Joseph up close. She got Joseph close to her. And guess what Joseph is doing? Joseph is following, you know what I'm saying, following the laws. He follow, you know what I'm saying? He's not sinning against God. He's not doing that. And this is a heathen's wife. This is his slave master's wife. And he's literally, Salakia, sir, if I may, he's literally showing brotherhood to his slave master. He's literally doing that. He's showing brotherhood to a slave master. Now, you try to say that by Joseph is not sleeping with his slave master's wife, and he told her no, and she's still coming on to him, and she been tempting him all day, and he's still standing 10 toes down, not becoming a wicked, you know what I'm saying, not becoming a wicked bastard, adulterer. And you try to say that, you know what I'm saying, in 2022, we can't do the same thing. We're in captivity. We're in captivity. You know what I'm saying? We know that chick is married. You know what I mean? We know the girl's married. And she's throwing it on us. She's throwing, you know what I'm saying, that tail on us. And we so weak that we don't know how to say no. We don't know how to say no. We don't know how to say, yo, I'm going to tell your husband. You know? Show some integrity. Show some manhood. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. We need to show this manhood to our brothers and sisters. You know, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to whore out our sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect my brother. I'm not going to do none of that. You know why? Because this Bible told me not to do it. And I fear the Most High God. And it's not grievous. I'm showing love. You know what I mean? I'm showing love to the Most High God, and I'm showing love to my brother. And I'm showing love to the sister who's coming on to me. Told her, yo, you need to stop that behavior right there. Read on.
And he left his garment in her hand.
And he what?
He left his garment in her hand.
So she, you know what I'm saying? So she set up, she planned she planned this thing. She, you know what I mean? She planned it. What is the Salakia, sir?
Verse 12.
Verse 12, Salakia. So in verse 12, she caught, you know what I'm saying? And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. Lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand. Read on.
And fled.
And what?
And fled.
Go on.
And got him, Salakia, and got him out.
And fled and got himself out. She set it up. She told, you know what I'm saying? She told the guards, yo, don't come in. You know what I mean? Don't come in. Joseph coming into the house to handle his slavery duties. You know what I'm saying? His slave business. And he was attempted. Not only he was attempted, she ran up on him heavy. She ran up and she's still telling him, have sex with me, Joseph. Have sex with me. And she grabbed him and she throwing the rump on him. And Joseph left. Joseph left. You know what I mean? How many brothers and sisters? You know, people in the world say, "Oh man, I would have did the thing. I would did something." And they think it's cool. Say, man, listen, man, she throw that up on me. I don't know what you're saying, boy. That, ooh wee.
Back the thing up.
Yeah. They would have had they had juvenile song playing in the background. Back that thing up all day long. But meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we being a filthy adultery bastard.
Yep.
And not thinking about our brother. This is wrong. That stuff is wrong. But Joseph left. He not only left, he ran out of there. He ran out. While she's backing that thing up on him. And she ran, and he ran up out of there. He ran up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He did some Hebrew Academy blocks. Shout out to Hebrew Academy 2022. Best class.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Best class with all, you know what I'm saying, with all class.
That's right.
Get that little pinky up right there.
That's
Hebrew
right.
Academy, that's the Hebrew Academy pinky finger right there. Shout out to the Hebrew Academy class, 2022. Trials is coming along. And you got to be strong. Trials is coming along, and we have to be strong like Joseph in the sake of temptation. Because we already know Hebrew Academy is not physical, it's a spiritual thing.
That's right.
It's a spiritual fight. You know what I'm saying? How to be a brother to one another. Even though, you know what I'm saying, that brother is way across country. Or across, you know what I'm saying, across the country. We still got to be a brother to them. We still got to be a brother. We got to endure. We got to love the Most High God and follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and show brother. And that's what Joseph's doing right now. He's enduring. And he fled out of her hands. He fled out of there. Because he didn't want nowhere near that. Read on.
That's like, she must have smelled like Geb nut. She said, smell like hot ass. Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass.
And what?
And it came to pass.
So this happened.
When she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth. Verse 14. That she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he hath brought in an Hebrew unto us.
Wait. Whoa. Read that over and read that slow.
The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 14.
Go on.
That she called unto the men of her house.
So she called on to the men of the house, the men that's supposed to have been there when she courted Joseph. But she told those men to leave because she planned on having an entanglement with Joseph. Salakia. Go on, sir.
And spake unto them.
And she spoke unto the men that she told him not to come in the house. So Joseph left out because she courted him and she wanted to have sex with Joseph. And Joseph said, "La, I don't get down like that because I'm not a filthy adulterer." Read on.
Saying, see, he hath brought in an Hebrew unto us.
Say that he had what?
He hath brought in an Hebrew.
A Hispanic.
And Hebrew,
a black,
and Hebrew,
a First Nation people,
and Hebrew.
Read on.
Unto us.
Unto what?
Unto us.
Go on.
To mock us.
To what?
To mock us.
So she's saying you have brought a black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, a Hebrew onto, you know what I'm saying, onto us, mean, you know what I'm saying, mean the guards that's in the house to make fun of them. Now she's doing something. Read on.
He came in unto me to lie with me.
To what?
He came in unto me to lie with me. And I cried with a loud voice.
And what?
And I cried with a loud voice. So basically she's saying that he raped her. He came in unto me to lie with me. Mm-hmm. And I cried with a loud voice. She flipped the script.
Because it's gonna go in deeper because it's still attempt.
Right.
You know, it's still counting on attempt. But she's building up this narrative because this brother was strong. The forefathers of the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans, father was strong.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? In the midst of temptation and slavery. He was strong. He knew not to, you know what I'm saying? He knew not to be a filthy adulterer. You know what I mean? He knew, you know what I'm saying? He knew this. He knew that's a wicked act. You know what I'm saying? And blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, in this, you know, and we, you know what I'm saying? And we learn this behavior from our oppressor. And today, they don't think adultery is a wicked act.
That's right.
That's it. If adultery is not a wicked act, how many brothers you know that got shot over that?
That's right.
How many people got shot over adultery? Because that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Getting killed over a woman. That's basically, it was somebody else's woman. You was talking to her. You lied down with her. She gave you some poon. Salakia. She gave you some. You lied with her, and her husband came along and shot the brother. It came back and shot the brother. Came back and shot the brother.
Or the other woman found out and threw acid in her face.
That's right. That's right.
It go both ways.
It go, yeah, yes, it go both ways. Yes, it go both ways. And this is not, you know what I mean? But you know, and also, you know, and that's them being jealous.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's your you know what I'm saying? Your wife is being jealous. But this is, and it's like, yes, sir. This is when another, you know what I'm saying, another man's wife.
Right.
This is another man's wife coming on to a brother, that knowing that the brother, you know, knowing that the woman is married, but she looks so good. Oh man, she looks so fine. Man, look at it, look at that tail. You know what I'm saying? She make money. You know, a lot of brothers say that. Yo, man, she she make money, man. I just want the money or whatever, man. You know what I mean? What type of, you know what I mean? That's a sickness.
She's a hoe.
She just a whore.
Right.
A straight whore. That's it. She's a whore. She's a whore.
Una cuero.
My well. Diablo. And I'm telling you. That's what, you know, and that's what it is. But a lot of brother in 2022 think this is not a vicious act. This is a vicious act because brothers is getting killed over it.
Right.
Brothers is getting killed over it. Brothers, there's a 10-to-1, 12-to-1 ratio. For every one guy, there's 10 or 12 women. That's it. You don't have to get anybody else's woman. Right. You say no, be a man, and don't be weak. Yeah, come.
I think it's 20-to-1 now.
Huh?
I think it's 20-to-1.
It's 20-to-1.
Yeah, it's just too much box out there. Like the box outpopulate the rod in the planet Earth right now.
Come. And the brothers, you know, and the brothers don't. I know that, you know what I'm saying. You know, because when I say there's a 10-to-1, there's a 12-to-1, there's a 20-to-1. It's lock it, sir. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying from the appropriate age, and I'm talking about from like you have 20 in the age of 21. You have 20 women at age 21. You have 20 women in the age of 22. You have 20 women in the age of 23. You have 20 women in the age of 34. You have 20 women in the age of 35. Do you see what I'm getting at? Each age range, you have 20 women. That's how many women, you know what I'm saying? The ratio is stacked. And you do not have to be a filthy adulterer. Right. We don't have to be a filthy. It's not by accident. The Most High God know that.
Right.
It's not by accident. You know what I mean? This is not by accident. But brothers, you know what I'm saying? But brothers think it's okay. It's not okay because plenty of brothers got killed over adultery or sleeping with another man's girl. That's it. That's the street term. Sleeping with another man's girl. Sir.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass.
And this happened.
When he heard that I lifted up my voice.
Go on.
And cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out.
So now what she's now she's saying that, and this do happen too also. There's a brother that, you know what I'm saying, there are brothers that have integrity that would say no to a girl. Then she would lie about what happened, you know? Then she would lie about, and then, you know what I'm saying, the brother would get beat up by, you know what I'm saying, her uncles or her cousins or whatever. You know, just because she, you know what I mean, just because she felt weak, she wanted integrity. This will happen. And matter of fact, can you hold that please and go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16? Now, Now, now when things like this happen, because we don't want to follow the, you know what I'm saying, the laws of the Most High God. We want to follow behind our flesh. We want to follow behind our oppressor, because our oppressor, adultery, is just fun games or open relationship. That's what they call it, their adultery, an open relationship between two adults, but nobody's not really feeling hurt behind that, because they are perverted. Our oppressor is perverted. That's how they get down. But Israel do not get down like that. We don't get down like that. We're being taught. We following behind other cultures. Read that, please.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
As a what?
As a talebearer.
Now, a talebearer is a person who's speaking lies. Speaking lies. Go up and down the street, speaking lies about a brother who do not want to sleep with her because she's married. Read on.
Among thy people.
Among what?
Thy people.
Among the blacks.
Among thy people.
Hispanics.
Thy people.
The Native Indians.
Among thy people.
Read on.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
So now you're being a talebearer, you're lying. And you lying so bad, you want blood, you want to kill this brother or this sister. You want to lie about this brother or sister and make harm come across this brother and sister. Read that from the top, Barbershop.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
As a liar. Read on.
Among thy people.
Among blacks and Spaniards and Native Indians. Don't become a liar, you know what I'm saying, go up and down the street, you know, back and forth and lying about, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. Read on.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood.
Now thou shalt stand against the blood. What is the blood? The blood, you know what I'm saying? The blood is the life. The blood is the life of a black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Lying against life. Lying against the life of your brother. Lying against the life of your sister. Read on.
Of thy neighbor.
Of what?
Of thy neighbor.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are what?
Thy neighbor.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the only neighbors that we have is what?
Thy neighbor.
Thy neighbor.
I am the Lord.
You are the what?
I am the Lord.
I am the Lord. This is the Lord who's speaking to the nation of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Don't become a liar. You know what I'm saying? Enforce your brothers or sister to die over some lie because a brother or sister have integrity and you feeling a certain way. Don't lie, you know what I'm saying? Don't lie against your brother. Don't lie against your sister. This also, don't lie against your father and mother. Don't lie against that. Because your father saying that, hey, I don't want you to wear that because it's making you look you know what I'm saying, inappropriate. Now you're lying about, now you're lying about the father, because it was actually, if I may, it was some daughter lied on her father, and he had to, you know what I'm saying, about that. He did something to her because he told her that she couldn't do something, and he spent like about a few years in jail. Then she finally broke down and said that was a lie. Things like this happen because you get caught up in emotions. Just because you feel that way, that don't make it right. And we have a law. You know what I'm saying? We have a law that's saying that we cannot lie against our brothers. We cannot lie against our sister. We cannot lie so much in that, in you know what I'm saying, in that brother end up dying. That's a law. And you know how you can follow that law? If you love the Most High God. If you love the Most High God. Go back to 13. Genesis chapter, sir. Yeah, chapter 13. 39. Oh, no, Salaki, chapter 14.
39.
Salaki, sir.
Verse 15.
Verse 15, Salaki, sir. Genesis chapter 39, verse 15.
We're on 16 now.
On 16, Salaki.
Genesis chapter 39, verse 16. And she laid up his garment by her until her Lord came home.
Until who came home?
Her Lord.
That means her husband came home.
Right.
So she's going up and down, you know what I mean? To and fro, talebearing
Right.
about our forefather Joseph, that he was holding strong, you know what I'm saying, and not becoming a filthy adulterer. You know what I'm saying? Not sinning against not sinning against the Most High God. And she's going to and fro, being a talebearer against Joseph. Read on.
Verse 17. And she spake unto him according to these words.
She said unto her husband, read on,
saying, the Hebrew servant.
the what?
The Hebrew servant.
The black?
The Hebrew servant.
Hispanic?
The Hebrew servant.
First Nation people?
The Hebrew servant.
Read on.
Which thou hast brought unto us.
I brought unto us. The reason why he brought him on, because the Most High God is with Joseph, and his house is flourishing. His house is flourishing, and he's a slave. Read on.
Came in unto me.
Read on.
To mock me.
To what?
To mock me.
To make fun of him. So this is what she's saying to the slave master, her husband. Read on.
Verse 18. And it came to pass, as I lift up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled off.
And fled off.
Verse.
So let me just say it. So now she's being a talebearer against the slave master, her husband.
Right.
All this time, Joseph even checked her when she first came on to him. He said, I ain't gonna become a wicked, you know what I'm saying, a wicked man and sin against my God. Behold, woman, I'm not gonna do it. And every day she's doing this. Every day she's doing this. She even set it up so nobody don't be in the house except for Joseph and her. Now Joseph finally said no and left. Bounce. Now she's lying against Joseph, this man of integrity, this man of, you know what I'm saying, of the Most High God. I'm saying the forefather of the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans. Their forefathers, our forefathers, Blacks, Hispanics, the Native Indians, our forefathers, integrity. And he's in captivity. Not only he's in captivity, the Most High God is with him in captivity. And you try to say the Most High God it's not possible that the Most High God could be with the children of Israel in captivity of today? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Of course. But we have to come back to this Bible and not listen to the Catholic Church, not listen to the Christian Church, not listen to the Muslim mosque, you know what I'm saying, or Scientology, or any type of those factors. Any type of those factors that's not teaching you the Lord's statutes and commandments, like, you know what I'm saying, like Commander General Yohanan, that's in the ISUBK, the priests and prophets. We teach you how to be a brother. We teach you how to be a sister. We teach you how to be a mother and a father. We teach you not to do not do adultery, and how to be a good brother and not sin upon our brothers just because a woman's coming on to us. You know what I mean? A woman's coming on to you. So you have to sleep with her because you're weak? Because we weak? No. It don't happen like that. You try that woman. And see where her integrity at. And then you find out. If she's lying, you'll find out that she have a husband. And you will go to that man and let him know about his wife. Because that's the brotherly thing to do. You don't let this linger along and let him look like a fool and she's sleeping out with the next man. Come on, brothers. We have a responsibility to do this. If we could do this in Whitney Young, if we could do this in Slowbomb, School Street, so-called Moffett, because Moffett is gone. Ashburton, Lavine, Warburton, Cottage. You know what I'm saying? Saratoga, Lawrence, if we could do things like this, we'll be set on high, Israel, and the Lord will be with us. Read on.
Verse 19. And it came to pass
And this happened. Read on.
when his master heard the words of his wife.
So heard the lies of his wife on our brother, you know what I'm saying, on our forefather Joseph. Read on.
Which she spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
That his what?
His wrath was kindled.
That mean his anger. His anger was set on fire because she's lying to her husband and saying that Joseph was trying to do something to her. Literally trying to rape her. That's what she's saying. Joseph was trying to rape her. Meanwhile, she was trying to rape Joseph.
Right.
That's what she was doing. And Joseph was like, no, from the start. Get away from me. Get away from me. Joseph, you know what I mean? Joseph was showing great strength in the Most High God. Because he's enduring temptation and captivity. We in captivity, can we endure temptation? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Can we not disrespect our brothers? Can we not disrespect our sisters? Can we not sell drugs or guns? Or beat down our brothers and sisters? Can you hold that, sir? And get Romans chapter 12, verse 10, please. Can we show some love? And you already know love is an action word. Love is an action word. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, love is not what you see in the Christian church, the Catholic church, or the huggy-duggy. No. Love is following the Lord's statutes and commandments and showing brotherhood and sisterhood and motherhood, fatherhood to each other and not disrespecting each other. And if you have it, can you please read, Robert Shaw?
The book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek.
Oh, Salaki, sir. 12 and 10. Salaki, sir. 12 and 10. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Salaki for that. So this is what we have to do. This is the brotherhood class. This is the sisterhood class. You know what I'm saying? How often we're going to disrespect each other? How often that we're going to follow behind this oppressor where he's warring and killing and beating us down? When are we going to, you know what I'm saying, learn, Israel, Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians? We could come together and the Lord could be with us in captivity. If you have that scripture, can you please read it, sir?
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affection.
Be what?
Be kindly affection.
Blacks and Hispanic Native Indians need to be what?
Kindly affection.
Read on.
One to another.
To what?
One to another.
Read on.
With brotherly love.
Blacks and Hispanic and Native Indians got to be what? With
brotherly love.
With brotherly love. Read on.
And honor. Preferring one another.
And honor, preferring one another. Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians have to be kindly in affection to one another with brotherly love. With brotherly, this is an action. And honor, preferring one another. There's an honor to prefer blacks. There's an honor to prefer so-called Hispanics. There's an honor to prefer first world nation. That's an honor. That's an honor. I prefer my neighbor, which is Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indian. I prefer them. I don't prefer the people who's putting their knee on our backs and beating us down into powder for over 600 years. We prefer our brothers. We prefer our sisters. If we prefer our sisters and brothers, that means that we won't sell drugs to one another. That means that, you know what I'm saying, we won't kill one another. That means that we can settle our differences And if we don't know how to settle our differences, we could come into the priests and prophets of the ISUBK, and they would solve the differences that you and your brother that have a little squabble in the streets. That's why we here. That's why we here. We would solve your differences. Bloods and Crips, we would solve your differences. You know what I'm saying? We would solve your differences. Any type of, you know what I'm saying, so-called Hispanic gang, so-called black gang, so-called Native Indians, any differences y'all have, any beef y'all have, we would solve it. We would solve it. We would solve the differences. But you know what I'm saying? Our oppressor love this fighting, this infighting. I love this infighting of the, you know what I'm saying, of the children of Israel, which are blacks and Hispanic and Native. They love this infighting, this non-brotherhood. But if you come into the ISUBK, if you follow this Bible, we would teach, it will be no more infighting, you know what I'm saying, towards Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying, towards Hispanics and blacks, Mexican gangs. It would be no more infighting because we would look towards each other as brothers. Literally. We are brothers. You know what I mean? We are brothers. And we follow, and we are one body. We are one body. There's no one body in, you know what I'm saying, these gangs fighting amongst each other. There's no one body that, you know what I mean? Our oppressor loves that stuff. That's why he's not doing anything about it. It's not like he can't. You understand? It's not like our oppressor cannot stop these gangs. Yes, he can. If you feel like it. If you feel like it. You know what I mean? What's you going to do? You get your guns from your oppressor. You get, you know what I mean? You get all your ammo, all your food from your oppressor. The oppressor just put like two tanks on your block and cut off the food supply, and it's over. And keep you in. That, you know what I mean? That's true power right there. That's it right there. So it's a vain strong if you're in these gangs. It's vanity. It means nothing. You see the oppressor is almost at World War III right now. You see what they doing? You think some, you know what I mean? You think some gang that's unorganized, you know, you can stop something like that? I bet you the gangs right now is just looking to see what this, you know what I'm saying, what our oppressor gonna do. You know what I mean? See what he gonna do, because they look towards, you know what I'm saying, they like Christians also. They look towards the white man as God. But you need to come right now in this moment. Why don't right crime is happening in the Ukraine? You know what I'm saying? In Europe, why don't right crime is happening? Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians need to come together. Need to come together as it is supposed to be in this Bible. This Bible is not written to everybody. It's only written to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? Like the way Joseph is showing, you know what I'm saying, his honor and his dignity and his integrity, not sleeping with this woman. That's what blacks and Hispanics need to do also. We can also do that. We can also do that. Can you Slocky, sir, can you give me this be my last scripture? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 and close out with that. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have a power. You know what I'm saying? We the only people that's on this planet has a power. Why our oppressor is fighting, we could come together. Oh, Salakia, sir. Drop that. Let me get on Zephaniah. Where's the bedrock? 2 and 1? Let me get Zephaniah 2 and 1. We could come together while this oppressor is fighting. You know, why does oppressor come? We come together, showing each other brotherhood, sister. They're gonna in April 15th at the Passover, In Cocoa Beach, Florida, it's gonna be a lot of brotherhood and sisterhood there. Give it up for Cocoa Beach in the Passover, because that's what's about to happen. You know what I mean? A place where you could drop your wallet with all your money in it, and you could get it back with all your money in it. The Passover, because everybody is in one body. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, y'all all invited to the Passover. All of y'all is invited to the Passover. People in Yonkers, you know what I'm saying, on Saratoga, all over Yonkers. As long as you're Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians. South Broadway, everybody's invited. You know what I'm saying? If you're wondering how to get there, go to ishupk.com. You can call the number that's close to you, and we will tell you the steps how to get to the Passover and celebrate with your brothers and sisters. And show this one body that Christ was talking about the Most High is talking about. Let me get that scripture if you got a Bible shop.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
Blacks and Spaniards and Native Indians need to what?
Gather yourselves together.
Why this oppressor is having, you know what I'm saying, having wars in Europe, we should what?
Gather yourselves together.
Go on.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, what?
O nation not desired.
Blacks and Hispanic Native Indians what?
O nation not desired.
Blacks, Native Indians, Hispanics, we are a nation that's not desired. We are a nation that's not desired. And every day we get reminded of that. But this is Zephaniah 2 and 1. This is letting you know, O nation Israel, Blacks, Hispanic, Native, we need to come together while our oppressor is fighting. We come together in this one body. And ISUPK will teach you how to become a brother, become a sister. Now, by saying that, my name is Trooper and Officer 50 Parataza out of Yonkers, New York. And this is the ISUPK, started off with 1 West 125th Street under Commando Junior Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called Native Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible. You know, we have food drive, cold drive. You know what I'm saying? We have counseling. You know what I'm saying? We have prison programs. You know what I mean? So go into the ishubk.com and strobe and look for all these programs that we have. Now I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer, Officer Yawasap Yala.
Hey, shalom, Yasharala. Sign the attendance sheet, Baba Kashar. All right, like, share, and subscribe. All right. Wanted to share with you guys a book. All right. This book was at my 47th Passover, right, during a lecture. All right. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all go get this book, man. Yo, big ups to Priest Nosa Parataza for bringing the story out of my forefather Joseph.
That's right.
Okay. All right, there you go. All right. It's called Pharaohs and Kings, A Biblical Quest by David M. Roll. All right. Commanding General Yohana brought out the 47th Passover, the city of the Hebrews. All right. I'm very fond of this book right here. Okay. All right. That's Joseph. Right. That's a statue of Joseph and his beautiful coat. All right. I ain't going to spoil it for you. All right. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yah Shabrakathum to the Akim. Shalom Yahweh Shema Alathum Ba Shem Yahweh Tola Akwathium. See you all at the Passover.
That's right.
Shalom.